Now, one of the biggest problems you're going to have as you start to get to the late game in Expedition 33 is actually where to grind. When I hit Act 3, there are several things that you can do, but I kind of wanted an area that I could grind in and gain some levels on my characters. And I found it really difficult. I was scouring the map for a long, long time, but I think I finally found a good end game grind spot in order for you to get levels that you need, especially if you didn't level all the characters and there's certain characters that are way behind your best character. For example, for most of the story, most of the game, I've really been grinding hard with Verso and Mael, and then having Lene or CL in the team. Both of them are viable options. I've definitely kind of slept on the idea of leveling Minoko. I wrote this guy off. I wrote him off, but you're going to need all your party members as you get into the more difficult content, because you might die, and if your reserve team absolutely sucks, you're going to be in some problems. So now I'm trying to level up CL, Lene to where Verso and Mael are, and beyond, and Minoko, and I was really struggling for an area to go and do that. So I'm going to mount SKA at this point, and I am going to show you this area here. It's called Renoir's Drafts. This is a fantastic area. It's going to be red when you're, I think I went here at like 60, so it's going to be red at 60, but nonetheless, this is just a really good area to go. It's between Visage and Serene, which you should have done by now if you've done the story beat, and it's just right in the middle. It's probably the furthest kind of, I don't know, little point that you're not going to notice. When you leave, you do get kind of put on this beach, so we're going to take off and I'm going to go there, and I'm just going to show you the grind that I've started to do. It's literally not even an island. It's just this little bubble. I thought at first, I found this by trying to dive for something with SKA, and then realizing, oh, hang on a second, this is an area. So it says danger, but it's fine. At this stage of the game, you should have some builds, maybe a build going on. If you haven't watched a Lene build video, she will actually carry you in this. Now, once you come into this area, obviously you get your usual flag. This is going to be a tough area, so I'm not even saying go and venture massively. I haven't really gone beyond the early stage. I will do once I'm leveled up a little bit more, but I'm going to just come to these enemies right here, and I'm going to hit them, and this is what I'm going to attack. Make sure you hit them, though. You need to go first. And then my whole mindset right here is just to kind of use the absolute beast that Lene is, hopefully get all the crits, and then constantly spec into Elemental Genesis. We want to try and do this without getting hit. If you get hit, it's fine, but you do want to try and do this without getting hit. It will be far more helpful. As you see there, we absolutely destroy, and now I'm going to use Intervention to just make Lene go again. I just want her to keep on playing. We're going to go back into Elemental Trick again. We're going to hopefully get all the crits. If the world is good and kind to me, we do get all the crits. The way we've got Lene built with this weapon as well, by the way, I will move my head. As you can see, I just constantly have stains. I'm going to put my head back there because that makes the most sense, but I just constantly have stains in this build because of the weapon that she's using. Again, if you didn't see the build video, use this build. This is great for leveling. She's legitimately such a strong character, but then I'm going to Elemental Genesis again, and I know there's a flying enemy here, but you usually get at least one hit, and she doesn't take much damage. As you can see there, look already the amount of damage that we have just done. Now, you can Tsunami to slow them. That helps. We might end up getting hit in this version, but I do have some options here now. I'm going to give a few punches to one of these because I should kill this guy with Minoko because that's the weakness. And then all we have to do is deal with this guy. And this guy isn't that much of a problem because I think his first attack is like a jump attack that we have to get rid of. Now, if you get lucky and as you get more powerful, the Genesis will, I mean, it'll absolutely wreck this guy. He's going to give himself powerful. Oh, and this time he's doing a combo. This might be more difficult for me to deal with. Obviously, we get hit here. This is not what we wanted. They attack really, really damn quick, but it's fine. We can still show how much XP. You're going to be getting about 1.2 million if you don't get hit. So not getting hit's pretty decent in this one. It can go differently every time, but you just need to have someone who can do really a ton of damage like Lene can do. And there we go, we do it. Unfortunately, we didn't get the no hit, but with no hit, it's 780,000, and you're going to get some color illumina every single time that you do this. That one took me 2 minutes 38, but again, would I want a quicker grind? Yeah, of course I would, but we don't always get what we want, and this grind in this game is good. It's decent. Now, you don't have to use Lene. You can do it with Verso. You could do it with Mael, but I'm just using Lene right now because I've got a build of the best. You could come back. You could upgrade your characters, which is going to make you stronger for the next time you do it, but you rest. All you have to do here is rest, and then you can go back, literally, and just do this same fight again. You could do... I don't know what level you could do this up to, but I've been getting at least a level every single time I do this fight. In fact... No, I'm not going to do it with Verso. I love Lene. I'm going to keep using her. I love this build. And you just go in and you just do it again. Now, you might not get this perfect every single time you do it, which is a little bit of a problem. Like, it is an issue, but you should be able to eventually get some of these runs where you don't get hit, which is exactly what we're trying to do right now, is avoid being hit. But I'm kind of running out of the ability of making somebody else go. They're going to get like one attack before Lene can go, unless this Earth Strike, for some strange reason, kills this guy, which definitely won't. And hopefully, I can avoid being hit. And the problem there is I could not avoid being hit, and Lene dies. This happens sometimes. This is the jump attack that he does a lot, which is like avoidable, but... It kind of is what it is. Sometimes you're going to be able to avoid it, sometimes not. But you see how close we were there to getting the no-hit. I've got the no-hit 2 or 3 times. If you get it 2 or 3 times out of 5 or 6, like at this stage, I don't feel like it matters. It's 780 XP if you don't do that. And if you continue to grind through, you're just going to get mad levels. Like, oh, I've repeated this now about 4 or 5 times. I've got the no-hit. I think 2 out of that. I thought we were going to get it there, but we just didn't have quite enough damage on that second go. If you can actually get the powerful off with Monoko or CL and then use Lene, that actually helps. So your turn order really in reality should be Lene's going to go first, but then Monoko to give you the powerful, and then CL to let you go again and then do the hit. That turn order might work. Right, so if we try again now with a different turn order, we're going to do our usual elemental trick, which... hopefully we get all crits. It's very rare that we don't get all crits at this stage of the game. And then the joy of Monoko going next. Well, you're going to see. I'm hoping that with Monoko going next, I'm just going to do so much damn damage that I mean, it's going to be near impossible. Look at the damage we did there now that we've leveled up a bit. So with Monoko now, with the points you've got, you want to apply powerful. This is going to be extremely handy to give me powerful. And I also can, I could do an attack as well. I'm just going to finish this guy off. Why the devil not? Maybe we finish him off. I haven't really found a build yet that gives Monoko damage. Like, I want this guy to do a lot of damage. He's a cool character. But now we can just, let's not waste time. Let's use this. We're going to get, hopefully, our elemental trick again. And we should get all the crits. Again, very rare that you don't get the crits once you've got a build up. And we're going to go Genesis. Now, hopefully, one of these hits this damn flying enemy, because first time around, we didn't hit the flying enemy. Dodging again, man. Just dodging it. I think we got 1 hit. But look at that. That is how close we were to finishing. If we killed this flying enemy... ah, it got me. Yeah, if we killed that flying enemy, it's game over. We should finish this off here, but that's probably what you want to do, is this turn order, in order to put yourself... you know what? I'm going to do the Genesis all on this flying enemy. Now, you could learn the parries. I haven't learned them yet. There will be parries that you can learn. Hit 1. Thank you. You just need to get lucky with the RNG and hitting that, and then I promise you, 1.2 million is what I got. Right, so post-Cobb Yorkie here, because I have found... a better way to get the no-hit. I'll show you the characters at the end of where we've got to. We'll get back to the video in a second, but this is the most optimal way to do it, right? So you're still using Lene, but the change is that you bring in Verso, right? Like, if you're leveling certain characters, then this isn't a change you make. Like, I was actually leveling Monoko, so it was super important for me to have him in the team, because I'm trying to level the guy up, you know? So having him in the team is actually really important, but when you do this, it's like near enough a guaranteed no-hit. That's the thing, right? And the no-hit, I want to show how much XP you actually get for the no-hit. It's like legitimately insane. how much you get. Now, I'm hoping I mess up this flying enemy here at some point. He seems to be dodging bloody everything, but it's not too bad, right? So Verso now with Phantom should kill. I missed the second one, but I should kill the big guy. There we go. And that's it. So that is the way you do it. Use Verso, and they go 1.1 with the no damage. This, you can see the levels here just underneath me. This has absolutely flown my levels up. So that makes the grind so much easier. You see, I haven't used my L at all this entire time grinding today. This is like a full day's worth of grind to a degree, and I'm making videos, right? But my L has still leveled up to 73. Minoko's 71 now. Verso 76, Lene 76, and CL. Like, this is becoming probably my strongest team. I thought my L was going to be the strongest character. And hey, look, she still might be as we go on to build her. But doing this with Verso as well, with him starting in S, it's just insane. But I just wanted to show off, this is probably the best way to do it. I know we failed the no hits on those 3 attempts, but I don't think I've failed a single no hit while having these 3 in the team. This is a really good grind. Unfortunately, it's very random whether you get some Lumina. So there might be areas where you can get the Lumina. I would just do this till you get to late 60s or to 70, and then you're going to be able to just keep progressing through this area. Because there are tons of different enemies in this area that you could go and fight and try and grind some levels up. They're all going to probably give you similar XP. So that's the main thing. But this technique, I think, is going to be really helpful. Because this took me... I'm going to keep doing this, by the way, off camera. But this took me a long time. And I mean a long time to find somewhere where I felt really comfortable to go in the end game and just grind some levels. Because it's like you're trying to always reach a cap to do the next big thing. And when you're at end game, the next big thing is really difficult. So you need to find someone to grind the levels. But because you're not in so many open worlds, because there's so little to explore, especially after you do the companion stuff and whatnot, finding somewhere where I could just go and grind is fantastic. Now, there is apparently, I haven't found them yet, a merchant in this area as well. So if you can keep progressing through this area, there's a merchant that you can repeatedly farm and fight, and he gives you color Lumina, so you will be able to just upgrade your Lumina points massively. Like, you'll see right now, my Lumina points aren't anywhere near where I want them to be. If I go to the resources, I've got about 20 to spend, but we're in the hundreds. And we're coming up to 70. I've seen people way higher with the Lumina points. I've tried to spread them as much as possible as well, by the way. I think I'm probably hitting a point now where Lene and CL are super important to me, especially CL, because she's become a bit of a carry. And so is Minoko. I'm basically using CL and Minoko right now as... Oh, I haven't done this. I need to do that. That's going to give me 5 AP now instead. I'm basically using them as support units. Whether you want to use them that way or not, that's completely up to you. But I'm basically using them as support units to power Lene. I've done the exact same thing and used them as support units to power Verso in the past. And now I'm using them as support units to power Lene. I don't know. Let me know how you're getting on. The grind spots that you found in the end game. Is there anywhere else that we should visit that's a good area for us to go and just kind of power through some levels? I'm obviously going to be doing this, so I get that. But it'd be good to showcase that and let other people know that there's other areas that you can go to where there's battles that are going to be feasible, especially if you have someone well built. As long as you have one damage dealer really well built, you're going to be able to get through those fights. But thank you very much for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, smash subscribe. Appreciate the support, and I will see you in the next one.